I do. My favorite is the male bun. Which look do y'all like the best with Tory? Do y'all like him with his hair down, half up, half down style? Oh, you should do the half up, half down style like mine.
You know, so I was wearing it up a lot, and then a lot of people was like, they'll see me or they saw me on live, they'll be like, "Oh, he's wearing it up," like because they really adamant about loving my hair down. So I just started wearing it down a little bit more. But today I found a new barber I like. He
Uh,
actually cut my hair right.
oh yeah.
Like,
Oh,
so,
I see
yeah.
the fade. I see the fade. So before
So
we were talking about online dating.
okay,
How do
online dating.
you feel about online dating?
Well, online dating has become the new norm. Unfortunately, I think it has become like what Instagram has it become to people where people are so fixated by doing things online than in person these days.
Yeah.
And that's generally how, especially for people in big cities, meet. You got the Tinder, you got the Bumble, you got the Hinge, you have the Coffee and Meets Bagel, and
Oh, I
people
forgot.
are more,
Was it coffee meets bagel?
yeah, Coffee Meets Bagel.
Okay. That's another one, guys.
Yeah, so it all depends on what kind of app is, what kind of quality you're looking for. Um, I think like you have Hinge and Coffee Meet Bagel a little bit more quality.
Okay.
Tinder, just people playing games or,
Is it
you know,
like a hookup site now? It's a hookup site.
I would say it's a hookup site, but you can meet people off that. But
Mm.
generally, yeah,
But
I don't want to say that because I know people. Like one of my best friends, he's married and he met his girl off that.
when
Oh,
did you meet her? Because it's now. I feel like now it's a hookup site, but maybe back in the day it wasn't. Like, how long has he been married?
so he's been married, I think like maybe 4 years now. Because he the one told me about it. He was like, "Man, bro, like I know you're not. I know you don't go out like that." And see, the thing about me,
Uh-huh.
I know people might see me out with some of the people from the cast or whatever, some of my bros, but outside of them, I really don't go out like that.
Yeah.
Like outside of people I hang with, you like Tori doesn't go out on a regular basis. I'm pretty much a homebody, so those apps when I was single kind of got me through, especially when I moved to DC because
Yeah.
I didn't know nobody. I didn't, you know, it was a way to meeting people when I don't go out. It's for those who are like me that don't go out and meet people or don't do the social media thing. Like I'm just now getting to Instagram. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have a what is that? A Snapchat? I don't have a Twitter. I don't have what's the new stuff? Oh, TikTok.
I have.
So
I do have TikTok. I have IG. I have Facebook. I have Twitter. I'm barely on Snapchat, but I do have it. I think I pretty much have the all of the social media, but I don't date on my social media. However, the I have gone on dates from people sliding in my DMs recently. Um,
oh, deals rolling.
slide in my well, not recently, but since the show, like I mean, I usually do not entertain that, but also, why are you looking like?
Here,
I'm serious. What is?
hold on. It's 11. You been out today? Because I mean it's 11:35 p.m. You about to go out on your first date tonight?
I'm not going on a date. First of all, my father and my sister are in town.
Okay.
Yes, so I am not going on dates right now. But my point is not
Watch here, y'all.
story. Um, but people are talking about like Facebook dating thing. I haven't done the Facebook. Like I don't do online dating anymore. Like I'm never doing it again.
Yeah.
I'm
I think. Well, I think right now we're at the capacity where you are, and maybe most of people that have been on this cast is more of an option than anything. Like my thing is like I have my DMs do like kind of pop,
I'm
but
sure they do.
you know,
Somebody want to rub their fingers through your dreads, by the way, in these little comments.
but my thing is people send a lot of messages, but I feel like not trying to be funny. It'd be so many people like, and it's nothing surface, but I think your message should probably come with a picture because I can't add 100. I can't add like 100 people a day. Like I
I,
need to know where you stand out because I can't see all y'all. I can't. follow back to everybody. Like I've seen people, I got rude messages where it'd be like 156 comments under the picture, and I might miss one. And like, oh, you could have said thank you and this and this. And, I try to go through and I try to like and I try to
Oh,
comment.
somebody got mad at you for saying thank you?
Yeah, but
Somebody called you out for not saying thank you?
yeah, she had said, "Hey, you're handsome," and I saw the other day, and I'm like, I didn't mean to, but like you're like under like 100 something comments. You're like, like a lot. So I can't see everybody else. Like, it's not very humble. I'm very appreciative of anybody that thinks that, I'm a handsome man. I really do appreciate it because, you know, you don't have to give me that compliment. I'm just an average human being. I don't feel better than the next person. So I appreciate it. But I just don't take the time to be able to respond to 100,000 comments a day. I can't do that.
Okay, so y'all in the comment section, how many of you have successfully dated online? Like, have you started a relationship? Did you have a relationship with someone online? Like, how do you guys feel about online dating? Because I haven't had the best experience. I mean, okay, let me take that back. I've met some decent people online, but I haven't like met my bae on online dating.
Haven't met your bae on online dating.
I did Hinge for a minute. So when I first moved to DC, I did go on Bumble, and I dated on Bumble briefly. And then when I was in Houston, I did Bumble towards the end, but I did do Tinder before, and I was telling our people a horrible dating experience that I had in Houston from Tinder. This guy literally asked me for sex. Like, he was like, first he asked me what was I on Tinder for, and I was like, oh, to meet people and connect. And I was like, what are you on Tinder for? And he was like, for sex. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, I'm not going to have sex with you. And then he said, okay. He ordered his food and his drinks, and then he went to the bathroom and never came back.
What? Snatch my pearls. If I had them, like, no. That is crazy.
And also, he didn't look at the picture. So I could have been like, my nigga, you don't even look like your picture, so I'm done. But I was actually nice. Because when I did the online dating, there was a few people who was like heavier than their picture, or, they didn't look like it. Now, like, the requirement, if I ever decide to go online dating, you got to Facebook. You got to FaceTime me. I got to see you. And you got to show me what?
Kheri, I'm sorry, you're speaking to my soul because some people know their angles. I didn't know about angles. Girls know their angles because you be like, girl, when you posted this picture, like when you was in like college, like 12 years ago, like and people be posting some old ass pictures. Like when I was, been on online dating. I'm sorry to cut you off. It's like I didn't know angles. I didn't know nothing about pictures. So when a girl meets me, she's like, damn, you look good. You look better in your pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, and I've actually been told I don't know how to take pictures. Like, so.
Oh, how y'all be so damn close and under your nostrils when y'all take pictures. Y'all be this close, or looking, or the background is awful, or it's just a pointless pictures. You sitting in your car looking greasy. Like, I don't know why y'all why y'all decide to take the pictures you decide to take.
You're right. I had the reverse effect. Like, so when people meet me, they're like, "Oh yes," but when they like see the pictures, like, we sat on your picture for a couple of days, and I'm like, "Oh damn," but we glad we swiped right. I'm like, okay, cool, but I ain't know nothing about no damn angles.
Well, that's good because women do know. Let me just tell you a secret. I'm sure you already know. When women aim high, that makes us look longer and skinnier. It's always saying if you're going to slide in his DMs, please drop a pic of yourself respectfully. Okay. One lady said, oh, no, he said he got married and now divorced. I guess he got married from online dating and now he's divorced. Somebody said, what? It's hell. Someone said started a relationship, been together for 6 years now. Oh, so you started your relationship for online dating? Do tell more.
It's a lie. Somebody said they moved to another state. Did you read that one already?
No.
She said, last one I talked to scared me so much that I changed my phone number and I'm thinking about moving to another state. This
Oh
is
my God.
Toss underscore
If
poor underscore Louis.
you
That
feel
is bad.
better, call the cops. Listen, don't be moving to another state, but if you feel like your life is in danger, maybe you should. Ugh, be careful. See, this is why, no. Me, it's a hit or miss, had some scary days. Candace, you're practically about to get married. She met her boo online. Not for me, period. I've always been too afraid. Just my luck, I'll meet the killer. Oh, God. Stay prayed up, sis.
You know, the thing about it though, it's like, I feel like people, and I've said this before, I feel like people are so used to doing everything online now, they have a hard time doing it in person. Like the same girl will meet you, be more apt to meet you online from meeting you online
Yeah,
than actually, you approaching her with that organic conversation and then getting her attention that way.
yeah,
At least that's what I'm coming to see with my friends, a lot of them, the males I talk to, and even my own experience.
mm,
They'll meet you online and be like, okay, yeah, we can go out for dinner and drinks. Meet the same girl in person, a little more hesitant, but I think, like you said earlier, online has just become the new norm.
it's become a new norm, but I feel like then once you see each other, it's freaking weird. I feel like people, this online dating stuff, that's why I'm like back to the old school way. I'm not doing online anymore. If you're stepping up to me and you're approaching me and you want, you're interested, I have a lot of respect for that and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And even if I do happen to reject you or whatever, like I'm going to be nice about it because I know it takes a lot, especially now for someone to walk up and say something to someone. But I can't do the online stuff. People be lying about their pictures. They're fluffier than what they really say. They be lying about their occupation. Crazy as hell. Like I can't.
I love the fluffy part. They are fluffier than what they say. Like I told you, they go with the pictures. I'm like, why you got a picture too? Who puts a picture more than, like, I would say 8 months old on a profile?
You don't do that. Honestly, if your profile picture is like a year old or 8 months old, like take it off. Like I want to see.
Take it off. You are not the same person.
Let me tell
Just
you.
so you know, those are lies you're telling. I don't
So,
care how. I don't care. I feel like this. If you're fluffy, okay, I still can't believe you said fluffy, but okay. If you fluffy like pancakes, if you fluffy, embrace your fluffiness. If
embrace.
you if something has changed with you, embrace that, because that is who you are. You should be comfortable with who you are, and you should put that presentation out. So I need to know what
Yes.
if I go to Walmart, I go to aisle 9 at Walmart, and I pick up whatever the hell is out on rice, beans, or whatever. I'm gonna look at the package. I'm gonna inspect it. I'm gonna decide to take it home because I want that.
Yeah.
You don't put cauliflower in a rice bag and say, "Tell me this is rice." No, this is a whole different thing right here. I
Like
need to know exactly what I'm getting. Exactly.
it's not fair. And also like online. It's a lot of lies. It's a lot of fluff. I can't do it. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not. I can't. I'll help people create their profile though, because I'm really good at that.
Got you. Word of the day, guys. It's fluff and fluffy.
Fluffy. Embrace your fluff.
And some people like pillows. I like fluffy pillows. Sometimes I just want to lay down on a fluffy pillow, nice, soft, and big Jew.
Fluff. I don't mind a
Like,
little on a man's bones. Like if he's
yeah.
I don't mind that, but don't lie. Like, oh, I went on a date with a guy. This is when I first moved to DC. He put 20-year-old picture of himself. When I went to that date, that man was gray and old. And he said he just went through a divorce with his 26-year-old ex-wife who just had
26-year-old. Oh, hell nah.
and he was
Red flag, flag on the play. Drop the flag. Mike walk out.
that was the last date we had. I was like, why are you even dating? Go to your newborn child and your 26-year-old wife. Freaking weirdo. Okay.
I'm like, bro, you lucked out. You got a 26-year-old wife. You need to just call it quits right there, man. And appreciate that you got that, because old ass dudes like you ain't even getting a 20. I don't even care if she like busted. It don't even matter. You got a 26-year-old and you like 150. Call yourself having a blessing, brother.
Not 150. He said, no, on the date, the whole time he was complaining about how their marriage was and how she cheated on him with younger guys. I'm like, what do you expect? You married a 26-year-old and you like 70.
Yeah.
Go away, you and your drama.
Yeah, call to Stephanie, because all them blue pills you were taking wasn't working. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, they get you one hit a quit around, but, she's a 26-year-old. What you expect?
Right.
Just saying. All she put is a little bit of
It's January.
Let's see. I'm getting a call to get Instagram. How does that work? Okay. Let me see how this works. I'll be right back.
Okay. We got Sid and Aisha's here. Hey, Sid and Aisha. Ladies, don't allow men to pick you up at your place. Meet in public. I agree with that. Do not let no dude pick you up at your place ever on online dating. Do not do that. Background checks are a must. Okay, so drop the link on where people can do background checks. Tori's gonna come back. People talk more through message than in person. I cannot stand. That was one of the things I did not like on online dating, is when they would want to talk to you through a text. To me, that tells me you're in a relationship and you're not for real. If you're just texting me to death and good morning, sweetie, me to death, like you're not serious. I like the old school way. People forgot how to socialize because of technology. I agree. Yes, I said fluffy. Old school dates are the way to go. That's the only way I date. All my dates have been in person. Reuse profile pic. I met a guy shorter than me. I'm 5'2", lied about his height. Oh, God. What was he, like 4'11"? I don't mind fluffy, but you just don't lie about the fluff. Absolutely. False advertising. Get the fuck out of here. Creepy. He's a child stalker. It wouldn't allow me to use the other word. Listen, it was giving weird. It was giving weird. Okay, Tori's back, y'all. Did I bring him back in? Oh. Hey.
Hey?
You good?
I'm good.
See, look, everybody is loving the word fluffy.
I mean, it's the new word of the day. Every time we're on here, we're going to have a word. Fluffy is the word today. We like fluff. Like, hey, people fluff, they tell lies, which is part of our conversation about the online dating and the apps. Sometimes people put like 8-year-old pictures up and they can become a little fluffy over time. No shade to anybody. But, that's the word of the day. So what we got here is that's the word.
I was also someone made a comment like people always want to message you, but they don't want to like go on a date or talk on the phone, and that's one of the things I hated too. Like if you're gonna message me to death, it's a hard. Somebody,
you know what? That's a DC thing. I feel like I don't know where everybody's at, but since I've been up here, the women up here love to message you to freaking death before they will pick up the phone. They will text message. Essays, conversations. I was like, can we pick up the phone?
Conversations are gonna send you a whole essay book.
I'm like, but when it comes to picking up the phone, they won't do it. But when it comes to text messaging, they will text message all day. I'm like, my carpatandro acting up. Like, the wrist work. I can't even whip it up in the kitchen because my wrist hurt from text messaging. No.
It's too much. It's too much. Yeah, I can't stand when people just text you. Like, I don't mind a text every once in a while, but pick up the phone and call me. Let's have a conversation. Because I feel like that's how you build on getting to know each other. I don't really think you can truly get to know each other through just text message, because you can bullshit a lot on text message.
You know what? I'll give somebody maybe a week and a half, and then I'll be like, you know what? It's okay, girl. I'll be alright tonight, because I ain't hollering at you no more. In the movies. That's all I know.
slide it to the side.
Yeah. So nah.
For real. So yeah, online dating, because I was asking them, I don't jump on live all the time. I just don't want people to get sick of me, and I don't want to overdo it. And I don't have a lot to talk about all the time, but I was like, what do you guys want to do? Do y'all want to see me on live more or not? What do you want to know? What do you want to talk about? So they were like, we want to know what's going on with your dating life. Like, just tell us what's going on with you, and then we'll go off of the subject as time goes on or whatever. So I did tell them, I'm dating, and I do want to be in a relationship. That's what I want, and that's the goal, and I'm hoping that that's where things will lead up to. I'm tired of the dating scene. It's raggedy.
You know what?
Participate anymore. I don't want to participate.
A lot of these people for the streets. I'm not all, but some people, and I feel like since I've been to DC, and this is where I want to differentiate. When you go to different areas and where you live, the dating is definitely different. Like I'm from the South, you meet more women that actually want something because they're taught that white picket fence and that family, the kids, and body being temple. Contrast to coming up to the DMV area where dating is basically she may go out with him on Wednesday, with you on Thursday. She got Sunday already lined up with the girls. After Sunday, she may go to this guy house. And then Monday, it's a whole rotation. That's what I've learned that DC is. So I felt like doing the RTL show was very indicative to dating here. I felt like it did not deviate much at all.
Yeah.
Not and those who like me seeing the contrast, I felt like, it was a experience that I could have just did on my own. Probably would have never mind. But anyway. Hey. Yes, a week is too long to be texting. You are right. And problem is not enough healed people. I agree with that. Like this is where this is one of my peeves I hear, and I hate to hear people say this. But like I'll hear, well, some women, I'll have conversations with them on maybe the first or second date. And they like to say, well, guys do this, guys do that, guys do that. Well, you gotta be your own person. You can't do what somebody else did. Right. Because then what makes you a good person? If you're sitting here talking about what other people done, and that's justification to do somebody else like that because you felt like you were done wrong, then you just start a perpetual cycle, and you know better than what you've done or what you received. Because now you're meeting somebody that's good that genuinely wants something and destroying them for the next woman. You're destroying somebody, this next woman's husband, or where he felt like he might have because there's so many guys I meet that feel like nobody wants a good guy or no one wants a good man. We hear women talk about it all the time. That's always the contrast. You hear so many men say, well, I can't do this because as soon as I turn soft, or as soon as I show my sensitive side, as soon as I show emotion, as soon as I invest, that's when it all changes. And I'm not going to lie to you. I've had that experience. It always changes. But I was been a good guy, bad guy in a relationship. As soon as you bad guy turn good guy, it always goes south and left. But I feel like what she said, it was not enough. It's not enough healing because people do not heal. They want to patch it up with somebody else. They want to patch their situation. They want to patch their hurt up with somebody else. They don't take time to heal their own wounds. And you are correct.
Yeah, it's really important that you do heal before you move on into your next relationship. But I also think how to avoid that as well is you have to ask the right questions. Because to me, you can kind of tell if someone's healed or not when they talk about their previous relationship, right? Mm-hmm. If they're just like, putting it all on that person and taking zero responsibility for what they've done, or if it's like a constant comparison, or, you can tell, like I dated someone that there was potential there, but I could tell they weren't over their ex. Like it was always it was always brought up. It was a toxic relationship. I think they were used to toxicity, and I'm past that. and it's like they were waiting for the ball to drop. And it was just an ongoing having to reassure, having to, it was too much. And I'm like, look, I thought you went to therapy. You told me you went to therapy. Clearly you have not gone. And I know I've been through my shit. I've been
That
through.
COVID therapy don't work. That online Dr.
No,
Brown therapy, no.
this is deep. This is therapy with a person and within yourself. Like, you can go to therapy and not listen to anything they're saying and still, continue to not heal. It's an inner workings. A therapist is not to heal you, it's giving you the tools to help you heal, or giving you the tools to live through life as you're going through trials and tribulations. I'm also a woman of God, so I know God in therapy has helped me heal a lot from things that I've gone through in life. But I definitely would not, if it wasn't for those two things that was in my life, including doing the inner workings of myself, I would be bitter. I would be angry. I'll be like, all men ain't shit. All men ain't this. But I'm a believer in having a peaceful life. I'm a believer in giving people chances. Like, everybody's different, but I definitely don't want to be with a man who's still, I'm having to pay for something that somebody else did. Why?
Right.
I'm not dealing with that shit.
Not at all. You don't deserve to.
No, not at all. Not at all. And that's why you remove yourself from those situations. Like, it's like, okay, we could be friends, or you could just remove yourself out of my life, period. Let's see what
It's funny because I think some people will tell you about themselves, but we don't listen. And I think, coming from an experience I did like during COVID time, I started listening to a lot of things in my gut and being able to cut those off, even though I would tell you about an experience I had with dating somebody. And they were telling me about how their ex was and blah, 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 and the ex cheated on them, but how their family members would say, well, you never find a man because you're too uptight, you're too picky, you're too blah, blah, blah. I'm like, and in my head, I'm thinking, this coming from your family, your moms, your brother, your sister, your cousin. And then, and so I'm like, in my head, I'm like, that's something that needs to get attention, because if people see that in you and they're close to you, then you're not seeing it in yourself. You're like, well, I went to therapy, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that was just one of few red flags.
Mm-hmm.
There was one red flag when they were supposed to come over, and out of nowhere, they just send me a text message. Well, I'm tired, blah, blah, good night. I'm like, okay, but that's something you call and tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't tell them, then like you go on, and then like you just disappear. Make a long story short. But anyway, note a couple red flags,
Mm-hmm.
and say maybe still kicking it a couple weeks later. I wake up in the middle of the night, they come over, they stay the night. Actually, the first time they were going to stay the night, I woke up in the middle of the night because my eyes started running. I sleep with my eyes open sometimes, and my sinus was acting up. So I came in, then I was doing a late night snack, and I'm sitting on the couch. When I say Shorty got up and started acting crazy to the point where like, well, I'm about to go, and I'm like, okay, why you gotta go? Just talking flat. You're not communicating. You're not telling me what's going on.
Wait,
Not
so she
asking me questions. Yeah,
was like, oh, I gotta go?
yeah, just like I gotta go. I never seen nobody like that. I'm like, what's going on? Something happened, blah, blah, blah. No, and they just really walked out with an attitude. And I realized, your healing is not done.
Mm.
You need this. These people are telling you need to work on you.
Mm.
You, one, have not communicated to me what is wrong, what is your issue.
Right.
Two, you're still walking out on people. And I think some people are used to, because they think their looks will give them passion for things, are used to people chasing them.
Mm-hmm.
And and I say this to go back around, we have to stop chasing those in our life, because that gives them power to do what they want to do. Sometimes you just got to let them go. They want to walk out your life, let them go, because the people for you will be there for you. And communication is a key factor to any successful relationship. Being able to communicate with your partner, to ask those questions before making presumptions or assumptions. And also, I want to tell this, Kheri, I feel like most people's failure in relationships, even whether they meet somebody online or not, and is they don't set the standards and communicate what they want.
Mm-hmm.
You might not necessarily know what you want in that moment, because I may tell you, like, Kheri, I may say, Kheri, I want a relationship. You say, Tori, what you want? I want a relationship. Okay. or I might tell you I don't want nothing. I just want to be friends or friends with benefits.
Mm-hmm.
I might not want. I might tell you I want a relationship, but I might not want a relationship with you once I get to know you. It might be just more what it is. Or
Right.
I may say I want to be friends with you, and I'm like, oh damn, I actually like you. I want to have a little bit more with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think people don't communicate properly, but they also don't set those standards of letting you know I may want this, but I may not want it with you, and vice
Yeah.
versa.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with expressing what it is that you want. I feel like people they hold themselves back from that because they don't want to hurt the person's feelings, or they don't want to lose the benefit of that person that they're getting from them. But you don't want to lead people on, and then you just never know what will happen if you do let them know that you want something more. Because if you're telling someone, especially women, if you tell a woman, I don't want anything more than just I'm chilling, I don't want to be in a relationship, she has literally put you in that category until you said something different. And even though she might be moving differently, she needs to hear you say, actually, I look at you a little bit differently. I said it at first, but actually I kind of fuck with you differently. I want to see where it goes. She has to hear that. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. I think a lot of people don't say it because of rejection, or they're afraid, or, but say what at this age, seriously, literally, what do you have to lose? If you're telling them what it is that you desire, it's better to not waste your time. If they don't desire the same thing, move around. If they do desire the same thing, great. If you're telling them, I just want to be friends with benefits, and they don't want to be friends with benefits, go meet a chick or a male that is cool with being friends with benefits. Stop wasting people's time and wasting your time. And that causes more drama. That alters your peace. It's just too much. Just be
Give
honest.
people the option. Give them the option because, like I used to tell my homies, you'll be amazed what a woman will accept if you just tell her up front. You might
Facts.
actually realize she might want the same thing you want. You
Facts.
know, and 9 times out of 10, they do. Because women have a good read on men. Like, not all, but some. Most have good read when it comes to a man. They can decipher what they want from that man, or what kind of interest, or what that potential to go from the first, I feel like maybe the first 30 seconds to 24 hours of meeting somebody. Which, a man, sometimes it's two things we do. Either we fall in love at first sight,
Mm-hmm.
or we fall in lust at first sight. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we have to take a step back to differentiate those, because I've been in either ones. I'm man enough to say I've been in a situation where, like, oh man, damn, this is everything I wanted. I'm like, get it. I'm like, I don't think this is for me.
Yeah, you don't know nobody on. I feel like falling in love at first sight still is falling in lust at first sight, because you don't really know that person. I feel like,
You
yes, you have a connection, a strong connection,
know,
but still don't know that person, like, at all.
So this is where I say, do you believe in what they say, like the fairy tale love, where
No.
man sees woman? You said that so quick, I can't. Did you even think about the question?
No.
Hold on, did you even think? I was just like, no. Like, I was like, I didn't even get the only thing I had the word out my mouth. Like, you just, Harry does not believe in magic. No, she don't.
I do believe,
Mhm.
connections. I believe that two people can feel something, or feel a connection. You can really, really like someone a lot from the beginning. As far as falling in love, like falling in love at hello or at first sight, I don't believe in it, because I'm like, you don't know what you're falling in love with. You don't know that person. There are layers to people,
That
and
is true.
there are layers, and you have to kind of really get to know a person, because you can fall in love, or feel like you're falling in love, which is actually in lust, with that person at first sight. And then as you get to know them, they can be crazy as hell, or their representative is not really truly who they are. That's happened to me a few times, and that's why I'm like, nah, I don't believe in that. Because I have met people where I'm like, man, I am really feeling him. He is an amazing dude. I can see myself doing this. Get excited
Mhm.
about them, and they turn out to just be an amazing actor. So I try to be realistic with my dating. Not that I'm super guarded, because I'm not like, oh, you can't get close to me because I don't know if you're crazy or not. But I'm just like, realistically, I don't know you. I'm vibing with you. I like you. I think you're pretty dope. But let me get to know more layers of you and who you are. You know, I will read that moment, but I will not push it too forward. I'm not thinking marriage after 2 dates. You know, I'm just not, because it's nice, but it's just like, realistically, I don't know your ass.
Next question. So how soon do you feel, or what time frame that you feel like it's too soon to be in a relationship? And then secondly, to become engaged, to be married? Like, do you feel like it's a time set for that? Or is it just, oh, I feel this. So like, it's been only 2 months. I'm ready to marry her. I'm down on my knees. It's time to make this happen. Or you feel like it should be a time frame?
Like it should be. I feel like there needs to be a friendship. So a lot of people don't understand that you need to develop a friendship, a foundation, before stepping into a relationship, right? And you can do that with dating. You can be attracted to someone and still build something with that person. I think it needs to be at least 6 months before you even really step into something super serious, because you need to let things happen naturally. You need to let that first argument happen. You need to find out what's going on with each other financially. How do they handle their finances? How are they with their family? Do they want children or not? If they do have children, how are they as a parent? You know, where are they at mentally? Where are they at physically? There's so many layers that you need to get to know with people, and you can't get to know that shit in a few weeks. You can have fun with someone in a few, you can have great sex in a few weeks or a few months, but really getting to know someone, no. That's not going to happen in no 2 months. If there was a guy who I was dating and it was an out of town, a long distance relationship, after 6 months, and this is technically 6 weeks, because we only saw each other once a week every month. After 6 months, he was like, I want to talk about marriage. I've been looking for rings, right? This Negro turned out to be crazy as hell. And I'm talking crazy. And I couldn't catch it right up front because he was in a long distance relationship. It was a long distance relationship. But I did hear some of the red flags, because he was in his 40s and I think he'd been engaged twice already. He couldn't give me like the reason why the marriage didn't fully go through. I found out about children that he didn't tell me about. I found out this nigga ain't filed his taxes in 13 years. Like, it was a lot of stuff that I was finding out. And I was like, you're not.
You found out what the IRS did?
Yes.
Girl, you was investigating. What were you doing? Did you have a private investigator?
I was asking questions, Tori. I was like, oh, it's time to file taxes. He was like, oh, I don't file my taxes because, well, obviously because he was avoiding trying to pay child support. Like, it was a lot. So needless to say, what I'm saying is, you need to make sure that what's being represented to you matches with actions, and that takes time, you know, and it just takes time. And yes, we have those feelings and we like that person, but you got to let those layers unfold, and you really need to let different scenarios happen to know if you really want to be with that person for the rest of your life. I'm not trying to attach no negativity to my positivity. I'm not.
That's facts. So somebody says, why put a time frame on what works for you, as long as you are open and honest about the expectations?
You be open and honest, but the time frame is based on getting to know that person. Also, how much time are you spending with them? So if it's 6 months and you talk to them pretty frequently and you spend a significant amount of time together and you are communicating and you're getting to know different layers of him, and you've met his family and he's met yours, and you can, I believe people can be married after 6 months and can be successful at it, but it takes work. Like, you have to be realistic about it. Don't just base it off of a feeling and good sex. Like, oh, we have good sex and we have fun. No, there's more to that when it comes to marriage. And that's why so many people are getting married and getting divorced. I did that shit. I got married at 21. Got divorced. I got married at 21 and got
Kheri
divorced.
has been married, y'all.
Huh?
Fun fact, I did not know. Kheri has been married, y'all. Fun fact.
I mean, it was so short lived. I didn't even change my last name.
Oh Lord.
But it was like literally based off feeling, you know, what I am, who I am now. I wouldn't have married then.
I understand. They said, Tori, did you introduce Laverne to Jamie and Gus? No, I did not. They introduced themselves, I'm sure.
Introduce Laverne to who?
Jamie and Gus, they do a bloggers. They're bloggers.
Oh, okay. Someone
Oh,
asked about RTL. They said, what is the difference between, how would we differentiate dating on RTL versus our real experience on RTL, outside of RTL? Hello.
oh, I thought you were going to answer that. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it for 500. Okay. Dating on RTL. Do you want the moderated version? Because you already know I got blackballed from doing interviews. So no interviews with Tori. They didn't want to. They didn't want me interviewing. But so
Oh God.
dating on RTL and contrast to dating in real life, I felt that honestly, it was a lot of the same. But the difference is that you know people are talking to other individuals, and you also know that there's a possibility that you may or may not end up with somebody for a fact. But I think the most important thing is that you're limited to those people. Like if you have a bunch of people that are normally not your cup of tea, then because they sell you, like usually you'll walk away and move on. But they're selling you on dating people outside of your box.
Yeah.
And I think where they're saying, well, this is a process, this is a process, this is a process. But sometimes, I feel like the process doesn't work for everybody. In my situation, I felt like, there was nobody there for me. You know what I'm saying? Like at first I thought there was somebody there for me, but sometimes you realize that person is not there for you or they're not for you. So then it's like, okay, well, I have a box of people. And remember, like, it's like several amount of guys, several amount of women. Everybody's trying to find their only match. So are you going to interrupt somebody else's match? Are you really going to work that hard in real life? Would you work that hard? And I think what you got to contrast into, also think, this is one of the things I heard a lot of people say, myself included. Would I do this outside of this show? You're dealing with a lot of stuff you would probably do only for the show. Like I would not be so gravitated to one individual so quickly if it wasn't for a show or dating a bunch of people knowing they're already talking to somebody outside of this show. Like it's not realistic. I think the show has a concept where it's platformed based on the successes or the one or two successes that may or may not last after the show, but it's not a realistic platform. Like I think I heard somebody say, well, I heard them on like either podcast or whatever, like, well, Tori and so, we felt like there was nobody there for him. And we realized this episode 2 and episode 3 that there was nobody here from. Why not bring in matches that are best suited for them for wild cards instead of just bringing out random people? And I felt like that would have been a better concept. Bring 2 or 3 more wild cards out that are more suited for the individuals that weren't finding their match instead of forcing something to happen that just wasn't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you start forcing yourself and you're like, okay, people like, why are you here? Why are you still here? Why you haven't gone? Big question is, well, people don't realize is like once certain people are gone, eliminate, they don't let you go like that. It's not like, hey, I just eliminate. No, too many people are gone. They're not selling you eliminate. Additionally, they're trying to convince you to pair with people that you're probably not even interested in, to tell you to step outside your box. You're being narrow-minded. Step outside your box. And then you're like, okay, well, I still don't think it's going to work for me, but I'll give it a try because this is a process, right? That's the dream. So I think it just puts you in an unrealistic atmosphere where, those few that find each other, it works. That's what it's sold on. But in real life, you wouldn't put yourself through a lot.
Right. Yeah, I think with the show, or the process, as they like to talk about, I think it just puts a lot of unnecessary added pressure that makes it not as fun as dating should be. You know, it's just a lot of added pressure on, and you don't want to feel that added pressure. You want it to be natural. You want it to be this and that. But when you have cameras in your face and you're seeing other people making connections and you're feeling like, oh, should I be doing this? And you don't want to compare yourself, but you are doing it. You know, you're comparing your connections with how other people are connecting. And it's a natural thing. You lose focus on what the point of even being there is, you know, and it's really difficult to make a genuine connection on how you would in outdoors, because you don't have that added pressure. So when you have that added pressure on the show, it's like, okay, I have to make a connection. I have to try. Would you text and call this person as much as you would if you were out? Sorry, as you would if you were out in the real world, you know? So because I am authentic and I am real, that process wasn't a fit for me. That's why I got eliminated. Because I'm just like, I'm not about to be sweating people that I'm really not interested in. Or I'm old school. So if you're not texting me or calling me, then I'm not texting you or calling you, because I like being pursued by the man, you know? So a lot of the people in our cast, the women were doing a lot of the pursuing and the women were having to do a lot of the work, you know? And that's just,
Putting out the word.
yeah, they had to put in the work. They had, you know, working overtime, texting. I'm not doing all that. So, you know, I'm okay with saying, hey, you know, I wasn't a fit for that process and my mate was not on there, because I didn't feel a hard enough connection with anyone on there where I felt like I had to work that hard for that person. And I know that especially with men, with you guys being naturally competitive, it does become a competitive thing, you know, where you want to make it towards the end, or you want to stay on, or you don't feel like you know. So it's not the same. I would actually prefer to date naturally, where it's not that added pressure. I don't have a lot of eyes on me. I can do kind of what I want to do and let the process be natural, versus, you know, everybody looking at everything you're doing. Everybody got something to say with what you're doing too, because you got all these eyes on you and all these opinions. It's a lot. Do you agree, Tori?
I definitely agree. It is a lot. It's more work than you actually put in a real life dating. I just say that.
Yeah. They're saying he was so genuine with Sabrina. She just wanted the chase. His true love is out there.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I definitely think that you are an authentic person. I do think that, you know, Sabrina is as well. And, you know, everybody did the process the way how they did it. I wasn't there, so I can't say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. I don't think
Mom always told me, if you ain't got nothing to say, just don't say nothing nice at all. I mean, don't say nothing at all.
I'm not gonna step my foot in a situation that I ain't got nothing to do with.
A situation. Don't step yourself in a situation.
I like Tori and I like Sabrina. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't think
Oh,
Carrie.
hold on. Should I do it to it, guys? I do it. Who's your favorite, though?
Don't do that to me. I plead the fifth. I don't think Carrie and Tori are trying to be praised because it's their live. Who said it? Somebody said we trying to be praised. Y'all don't be.
Said people trying to join.
We're not trying to be praised, like, at all. We're just speaking our truth. Relax, guys.
See Sabrina. Tell Sabrina to jump on.
Hey, Sabrina.
Yo, Sabrina.
Is it my say? Hey, boo. Do
Yeah,
you?
tell your Sabrina to jump on. Tell her, I say, hey, and tell her I'm still waiting on my book too. I could have been halfway through right now.
What book?
She wrote a book, so she was supposed to send it to me a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yes, her book. Yes. He was so genuine, Sabrina. That part, it pains me that it ain't fun for y'all. I mean, it can be fun, but it's the exterior things that you don't have control over that makes it not fun. You know what I mean? Thank you for that insight, the unrealistic process. He was actually ready for love and wanted to focus on someone special, not settle. I feel like Tori's ready for love. Sabrina says she sent the book. Did you give her my address, Tori?
I gave her the address. Look, I'm looking at it now. Well, not now, but still, I could, I'll go back. But I gave her the right address. I've been waiting on it. Look, you can ebook me, email me. Tell her, come on. I haven't seen her face in a while. Tell her jump on.
Sabrina, jump on if you got time. Somebody said try dating a Canadian brother and sister. I like neither of you is egotistical. I like that neither of you is egotistical. When you are sure of yourself, you don't have to be egotistical.
Not all.
You said you should have gotten it last week.
Yeah, I saw it.
She said she'll check the tracking.
Yeah.
Sabrina, I ain't getting no money. She's probably like, bitch, you didn't ask for it. Can I have one?
I want to see, what she wrote about. So I'm very curious. She seemed very goal orientated. So, I want some of that hustle to check out, trickle down.
Absolutely goal orientated. Sabrina's a natural hustler. He had a right to feel away when Sabrina started passing out kisses at the table. Oh Lord. Tori, did you really feel some type of way when Sabrina passed out kisses at the table? Did you really feel some type of way?
Unusual love by anyone. No, I was shocked. Honestly, I was shocked. By that time, I had all the ladies. This is my thing. I didn't feel away, as in like angry or nothing. Like they cut in that walking away bullshit because I didn't walk away, and I didn't say that when I walked. Yeah, so no, we all got up from the table together. They cut everybody else out. That's why I just don't like the stuff they did, but I felt like it was unnecessary. But I was shocked. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a gambling man, and I would put my house, my car, my clothes, my shoes, my life, my everything, my future wife, that she was coming to me. So when she didn't come, I was shocked. It was like, come here, Celie. Come here, girl. She didn't come. And I was like, what? And then,
oh no.
Because like what you didn't hear, you heard Joyce say go to him. You had A saying the same thing. You had Tina saying it. So what you didn't hear, it was more than one or two women saying go to Tori at the table. So I'm like, I'm a shoo-in. Goddamn, I got the hype people and everything. And when she didn't come to your boy, I was just shocked. I was like, it was like, think about this. If you bet everything you had on something and you lost, you're going to be shocked as hell. Because when somebody told you that bet was fixed, you like, that bet is fixed. I'm about to be a millionaire. And then you're like, God damn, I lost all my money. Oh my God, I lost my money. Oh. But nah, I'm just playing. But nah, but beyond that, being shocked, I was cool.
Wow, you just never know what's going on in the background, man.
Never know. They sell you dreams. They sell you lies.
Are you ready?
Okay.
First of all, you look very nice, Tori. I told you I like the nail bun.
Okay, we're going to put it up here for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like that.
Woo! Yes.
It feels weird as a man seeing myself hold my hair up like that, though. I ain't going to lie, though.
I like the nail bun. I do.
I was shocked because I thought she projected the person who would play it smart and refuse. I was shocked because I thought she projected the person.
Fort Lauderdale, Tori.
Hmm?
Someone's inviting you to Fort Lauderdale. You might have a busy schedule this summer. I think you.
Tori, come down to Fort Lauderdale. Okay. Let me mark that. Never been before.
Someone else who's a fan of the male bun. Listen to your girl, okay?
I got you. You know what I'm saying? So they can see that haircut. Bring it on up like this.
Haircut, and it shows your face. It shows your features, your jawline, all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y'all can see all these gray hairs in his beard, though.
Listen, gray is wisdom. Wisdom is experience. Okay, ladies? Did you hear what I said?
But with all the gray hairs, I mean, I got a lot of wisdom and experience.
There you go.
Say, yes, I love the mail bun too. Okay, we're gonna do the mail bun. That's gonna be my next thing. I got y'all.
The mail bun.
Cause it's late, it's night, and they feel alright. I only know a few of those words though. I'm an old school.
I love that song. You went all the way back.
Yeah, I thought that's Sabrina.
Salt and pepper. Oh, we sending invitations. We'll come here to Austin. Oh, they said come to Austin, Tori.
I'm coming off the plane two-stepping. You gonna pick me up? I'll be there 7:45.
Austin is a whole vibe. It's like actually, it's very beautiful in Austin.
Oh Lord, she a cutie too. Let's see. Great.
Them DMs. He called you cute. Slide in them DMs. Slide.
Hold on, who said that? My say, yo, Gotti. It's going down in the deal. It's going down in the deal. Yeah.
Going down in the DM. Oh, they said Houston. If you go to Houston, I'm going too. I won't cock block.
Now, if I come to Houston, who's going to take me to turkey leg hut? I've been wanting to try turkey leg hut for about 2 years now. I need somebody to take me to the turkey leg hut.
Simone will take you to the leg hut.
Who's going to take me?
Simone.
Oh, yeah. Simone, take me to turkey leg hut if you're on here. She was in Atlanta too.
She what?
She was actually in Atlanta. We're talking about the lawyer, right?
Yes.
Well, yeah, so they went to some party. I missed them because I was in Atlanta this weekend myself, but I was doing things with my friends I haven't seen in a while. Mm-hmm. But I meant to get up with them too, but we just kept missing each other.
Her whole vibe. Simone is a friend. She's a friend, and I like her a lot.
I like her a lot too. She's really cool. When I was doing this process, I had called her for some advice. Mm-hmm. I read this paperwork. I was like, I need help. Yeah. Somebody help me, please. Free me.
Help.
Free Boosie.
Free.
Yeah. And she was giving me some good advice though. Really good advice.
I'm glad to hear that. Somebody said they're waiting for you in Shy, and yes, they picking you up. They're gonna pick you up from the airport and everything, Tori.
That's what I'm talking about. Got my ride.
You gonna cook him You gonna cook him some dinner too? She gonna have a plate ready for you.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Good, that good home cooking. You know what I'm saying? I'll go somewhere nice.
Go somewhere nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, somebody said I work for the airline. I can come to you. Oh, that's a good. She can come.
What airline you work for?
Hook him up with some tickets.
I think she got tattoos. I like a woman with tattoos.
Oh, there you go. Or you got options. You got y'all better slide in that man's DMs. But when y'all slide in his DMs, post a picture, right? So he can see it, because he gets a lot of people in his DMs. Post a picture and just be like, I'm very interested in you. I love the mail bun, and I just would love to talk to you. Do you mind? Here's my number. Give me a call sometime, and let him call you. Right, Tori? Because you're going to call him.
I will call you.
Let him call you.
And put in, like she said, send a picture, please.
Send a picture and a reason.
Not one just with your nose up, like,
Send him a picture of the head, the top of the head to the bottom of your feet, and a decent picture, okay? Like an actor doing something cute, ladies. And with what? Within
the last 6 months. It's like, because people be sending pictures from like 2020. I be like, okay, really? You said slide in there like James Brown. Woo.
Yes.
Slide.
And send him a recent picture and put your telephone number in there and see if he's going to call you. And if he call you, set it up. Answer that phone.
She said she cooking a Belizean meal. That's what's up. I never had a Belizean meal.
Living in Chicago, so yeah, I'll pick you up and cook you. Ooh, I'll cook
What's up, Miss Alexandra?
I'm a
How
little,
you doing?
not the ladies. Where the men's picking me up from the airport, fixing me a meal. And Tori's a Southern man, so he is a gentleman, ladies. He's a very nice guy. Slide in his DM, show him your picture. He's single, ready to mingle. Oh my gosh, your wife is in here somewhere. I can feel it.
Hey, hey to you too.
He's a gentleman. Kheri, when are you coming to LA? Um, Candace, I will be in LA when you tell me to come. When can I come? You're the busy one.
Why ain't get no invite to LA? Hold up, wait a minute. Pause. Look, I need an invite too. Don't be see how y'all.
Don't invite yourself on my invite. You done got 20
Hold,
invites.
hold up. I want to get off the plane. You know what I'm saying? And start see walking. You know. Like, bam. So you gonna pick us up? What's up?
Pick us up.
I mean, her candlesticks 31. You picking us up? What's up?
Her name is Candace.
Okay. Oh, you know her personally.
Yes, that is one of my very close friends.
Hey, close friend.
Say
I'm
hi.
the second close friend. You know, it's all good.
That's the only invite I got is a close friend. Ain't none of y'all that invited me to no doggone for no dinner, no Belizean meal. I want a Belizean meal.
I don't even know what it is, but I'm gonna Google it when I get off this phone. I'll be like, because I'm gonna have my Belizean menu ready. I'll be like, look, I need this in Belizean, that in Belizean.
I bet it's quite tasty too. I'm trying to find my charger, so excuse me in the dark. I'm back.
Oh, she said I'm invited. She said in June. Thank you.
Oh
Sorry.
shit! In June. Okay, so
Yo, your best friend said I am the new best friend. It's okay.
Oh.
You can keep her on the side. You keep Kheri on the side, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with Kheri, so she cool. You know?
Right. Don't boot me out. I'm helping y'all. How y'all gonna boot me out?
She said Kheri can chaperone.
Kheri can what?
Somebody said Kheri can chaperone. She was like, oh, chaperone between.
I'm actually a great third wheel, to be honest with you. I'm not a cock blocker. I'm an energy giver, you know?
Yeah. Energy giver. That's what's up.
The island of Belize. Southern girl originally from Memphis, Tennessee, now residing in Houston. Hold up!
Uh-oh.
Hold up!
Meet me at
Southern
the
girl
turkey
from Memphis,
land.
Tennessee. See what she talking about. Because she a Southern girl from Memphis, Tennessee, now residing in Houston. I know she can cook. I
And,
know
and,
she
and
can
she said
cook.
she worked for the airline, so you know, I'll end up be like, hey, you know, I'm on the flight and I'll come see you. She's like, okay, I'm gonna send that ticket. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Oh, you
okay,
want to
cool.
send your ticket?
Now they got standby
Now,
tickets. You know what
see,
I'm saying?
you need to do a little bit of work, Tori. You go.
I'm doing
Pay
work.
to
I'm
get
about
them
to work my
tickets,
ass on
Tori.
this plane. And I'm about to, yeah, that's work. Yeah, I gotta make sure I look right, club, when I get off this plane. That's
No.
work. I'm just playing. I am just talking.
Okay, wait. Sam says he's single, no kids from Alabama. Now, Sam, are you trying to talk to Tori or me? Because we got to ask these questions in 2022.
He's
Come
looking
to,
for you.
I don't know that. I never assume. Come to Buffalo, New York. Oh, Buffalo. Who's Jamie?
Buffalo.
Get flued out. Oh, she gonna fly you out.
Yeah.
Oh, you about to have you all types of good times, child. You getting flued out. You getting meals. She gonna pull up in her car with her lingerie.
Jamie in Houston too. What's up, Jamie? Everybody, well, we got Houston tonight. Is your live set to Houston?
Listen, Houston's litty than a titty. If you get a Houston girl, you're very lucky. I'm just
You know
saying.
what? Real talk. I've heard
I'm
so
just
much
saying.
about real talk. My friends that go down to Houston, I've heard so much about Houston women, and I'm not even just saying this. It's ridiculous. Like everybody's like, "Oh, you want a real down south girl or a girl that's going to be real?" You know,
Houston.
yeah, I've heard that so
Houston.
many times, and that's no gas, but that's really what I've heard.
Listen, it's I mean, I can vouch for it, you know. You know, I'm that Houston chick.
Sam said he's available, Kheri. He said he's ready.
Hi Sam, you're available, you're ready. I think he said he's single, no kids either. Sam, you know my profile, so slide in those DMs. H-Town.
Sam trying to give you that resume. Give me that resume, Sam. Slide in the DM. Remember, post a picture. Full body now. She didn't know
Full
if you
body. Full body. I expect to be flued in too.
Hold on. Look, we did. You know what I'm saying? We can't. Look, you can't. Yeah, she want to get flattered. You got to give it a princess treatment.
No, flued in. I expect to get flued in.
Flued in. Okay. That means round trip, guys. It's not one way.
Not one way. I got to get back home. I got to go to work.
Yeah, definitely got to get back home.
And I also need a hotel. I'm not staying at your house in your bed. I will not be doing that, sir. Just letting you know.
Valid point. Yep. I need background checks on you.
Background checks?
Yes, background checks.
Who else gonna fly Tori in? And Tori, when you show up, what did I tell you? Wear your mail button.
Wear the mail button. Yeah.
And no tidy whities.
I don't
boxer briefs or boxers. Actually, boxer
nothing
briefs.
at all. I prefer to wear nothing at all, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, boxer briefs or bucket naked. One or the other. With the mail button on.
With the mail button.
In a velvet robe.
Free ball me. Bowling.
All of that. Oh, they said no.